Listen closely. This isn't just another talk, it's a wake-up call. A reminder of something you already know deep down but may have forgotten. Your imagination is the most powerful force in existence. It's not just some dreamy escape or a tool for kids playing make-believe. It's the engine driving everything you experience, every second of every day. And here's the kicker, you're using it constantly, whether you're aware of it or not. Let's start here. Everything you see, touch, and experience first existed in someone's mind. The car you drive. Someone imagined it. The phone in your hand. A thought made it real. Even the clothes you're wearing were once just a vision in someone's head. Everything begins in the invisible realm of imagination before it becomes tangible. Now, I want you to pause and think about that. If everything starts in the imagination, what are you creating right now? The thing is, your imagination isn't something you can turn off. You're imagining right now. When you worry about the future, you're using your imagination. When you replay a memory over and over, you're shaping your perception of reality. Whether you're conscious of it or not, you're creating. Here's a truth most people miss. Imagination is not bound by reality, it creates reality. Your brain doesn't even know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. Science backs this up. Studies show that when you imagine doing something, like playing an instrument or running a race, the same areas of your brain light up as if you were actually doing it. Your imagination literally rewires your brain and body. Think about that for a second. If your imagination has the power to make your body react as if something is real, imagine what it's doing to your life. Let me give you an example. Athletes don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. Muhammad Ali, one of the greatest boxers of all time, used to say, "I am the greatest," long before anyone else believed it. He saw himself winning every fight in his mind before he ever stepped into the ring. That's not luck, that's the power of visualization. And it's not just athletes. Visionaries like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, even Albert Einstein, used their imagination to break barriers. Einstein called imagination a preview of life's coming attractions. He didn't just solve equations, he imagined riding on beams of light, bending the fabric of time and space in his mind before science could catch up. Now let's bring this back to you. What are you imagining for yourself? Are you creating a world of possibility, or are you trapped in cycles of fear and limitation? Be honest with yourself, what kind of pictures are you painting in your mind? Most of us are stuck imagining worst-case scenarios. We replay failures, rejections, fears. And then we wonder why our lives feel heavy and uninspired. It's because the stories we tell ourselves, the ones we imagine, become the scripts we live out. But here's the good news. You can take control. Your imagination isn't fixed. You can direct it. You can consciously create the pictures in your mind. And when you do, you'll start to see your life shift in ways you never thought possible. Think of your imagination as the blueprint for your life. Whatever you consistently imagine, good or bad, is what you're building. And let's be real, most of us are building by default, not by design. It's like trying to construct a house without a plan. You wouldn't do that, right? So why do it with your life? Here's a challenge for you. Start imagining the life you truly want. Not the life you think you should have, or the one society tells you to want, the one that makes your heart race, the one that lights you up inside. See it clearly in your mind. Feel it as if it's already real. That's the key. Feel it. Your imagination isn't just about seeing, it's about feeling. You might be wondering, okay, but how does this work? Here's how. The universe, this reality, is like a mirror. It reflects back to you what you consistently imagine and feel. Not what you want, but what you believe. If you imagine scarcity and failure, that's what shows up. But if you imagine abundance, success, love, that's what starts to appear. And don't just take my word for it. Look at your own life. Look at the patterns. What you've been imagining, consciously or not, is already showing up. The question is, are you happy with it? This is your wake-up call. Here's the truth, you are not small. You're not just a person walking through life reacting to circumstances. You are the creator. You are the dreamer. And the power of your imagination is limitless. If you've been feeling stuck, if life feels heavy, it's not because you're broken or powerless. It's because you've been creating on autopilot. But now you know. And once you know, you can't unknow. This is your wake-up call. Take control of your imagination. Starting today, take control of your imagination. Start small. Visualize something simple, a conversation going well, finding the perfect parking spot, feeling at peace when you wake up. Notice how these little shifts start to ripple into bigger changes. And don't stop there. Imagine your wildest dreams. Picture them in vivid detail. Feel them in your bones. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. And the more you align your imagination with your desires, the faster you'll see your reality transform. You hold the power. Remember this, you are not a spectator. You are the creator. Your imagination isn't just a tool, it's the force that shapes worlds. So use it wisely. Use it boldly. Use it with intention. And if this resonated with you, don't just sit on it. Share it. Like this. Subscribe. Tell others about the power they hold. Because when we all start imagining better, we create a better world. And that starts with you. Thank you. Now go imagine something amazing.